Hey guys, I'm Marcus Buff Bagwell, and one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, man, has always been the Macho Man Randy Savage. I only got a chance to wrestle him a couple of times, but on May 27th, 1999, I wrestled Randy on the Thursday Night Thunder main event. Let me say it again, Thursday Night Thunder main event match, and boy, was I in for a surprise. Wow. So a couple of weeks previous, or maybe even just a week previous, here I'm cutting an interview for this Thursday Night Thunder match. And I remember when I got there, Eric Bischoff was there, and they actually, for the first time and only time in my career, I was handed a piece of paper on what to say. So he hands me this piece of paper, and I'm like, oh my God. And it was rough. Like, dinosaur and old and geritol and just a lot of things in it, calling Macho old. And me and Macho were very good friends. We had been friends for a long time, and just stuff like borrowing one of my shirts to go to the club that night. I mean, that's friends. That's friends. We were that close of friends, and no ill will with us at all. But man, that night that I cut that interview, I was smart enough to make sure I saved that paper because I just felt like it wasn't right. Now, hear me out. When Eric Bischoff hands you something to say, that's what you better say. But it don't mean you can't take it with you and explain it to Mach later on. So a week or two goes by, and I kind of forget, but I show up to Thursday Night Thunder, remembering the match, and we go backstage, and again, no ill will, and they come up with the finish of the match, and Macho just kind of says, "Hey, we'll call it out there." And when a legend like that does that, I've only been with two wrestlers in the ring that have ever even said that, and that's Macho and Ric Flair. They're good enough, and you got to respect them enough that you trust them to do the match. So when Randy said that, I said, sure, no problem. Whatever you say, Mach, Miss Macho Man Randy Savage. So, but it being main event, I just was, I was looking for a really barn burner match with the Macho Man Randy Savage. And so we get out there, and it is just a choke, kick, punch. And I didn't choke, kick, or punch nobody. I got choked, kicked, and punched by all the girls, by him. It was just really embarrassing what went on. And I was mad. I was very mad about it when it was over. So I went straight to Mach after it was over. And I said, look, man, I go, what happened? And he goes, you better be careful of cutting interviews, about me, brother. And I was like, and I remembered that I saved the paper. And I said, hold on a second. I went to my bag. Thank God I found it. Not that it helped me. I found it though, brought it back to him. Macho read it and he goes, oh man, I'm so sorry. I go, you're sorry? I go, brother, we just look like idiots on Thursday Night Thunder, and we could have looked really well, And he's like, sorry, brother, and that's the Macho Man, and I can't push it no further than that. But I hated that. They had a lot of. I think we had a couple of matches with Mach, and I don't remember anything being that bad. But with him having the girls drop kick me and stuff, it was obvious he was very upset about the interview. It's just instead of coming to me and telling me and us having a good match, he chose to take the other road, man. And I hate that because it just really took a very special time when who gets the chance to say they were main event with the Macho Man Randy Savage. I can say that, but then when you watch the match, you're like, who cares? That match sucked. So I hate the outcome, but I still can say that I was main event with the Macho Man Randy Savage. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button to stay in the loop for all future videos. And if you're interested in cool NWO shirts like this one right here or other wrestling sports merch, click the link in the description of the video to jump over to Fanatics and place your order today.